MLB Network has baseball coming your way from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 New York Mets.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
Justin Verlander gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, Danny?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. Solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new season. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
Striding into the box. Kevin Pillar. He will lead this one off today.
Kevin Pillar.
And a swing and a miss for strike. One, as that's how this new season of baseball will get underway. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped on the ground to first. And now a toss to the pitcher Verlander for the out.
Batting second, third baseman,
Martin Prado now. His line against Justin Verlander. He's gone 3 for 11. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Prado playing here in his age 34 season. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments. You don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Martin Prado, the second out of the opening frame. First pitch on its way from Verlander. In there, no balls and a strike.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Hit on the ground toward the left. Right there is Reyes. Throw over to Pujols at first. Will take care of him to end the inning. Verlander on point to start this one. Nothing for the Cardinals to start. Mets coming to bat. We're just getting started ourselves on MLB Network. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. That's a hit, their first of the new season.
Boy, D-Row, that's awful scary from a pitcher standpoint, but what's it feel like when you hit one as a hitter that you know it's going right at a pitcher?
Yeah, it's scary from the offensive standpoint as well. You know, you're taught to hit it right back where it came from, but those moments right there make you cringe as you're coming out of the box. We got lucky with that.
Line towards center field. Pilar is there, 2 gone. Now to the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Has a look, now the pitch. Hard hit toward the hole. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, something you don't see very often. You got a guy that can run at first base. Normally you'll see a hitter try to take a pitch or 2, D-Row, to give that guy a chance to steal a bag.
You know, it's funny you say that, Dan, because coming up in those situations, you want to give the guy a chance. But you also realize that that guy wants to give his catcher a chance, so you're probably getting a piece of cheese.
Albert Pujols is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Bauer has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. Throw to Mets forced to settle for one here in the inning. Leading off the inning, Brian Mascara, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And there's a fastball from Verlander to jump ahead 0-1.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
And he gets ahead 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Right fielder.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. His line against Justin Verlander, he's done well, 6 for 13. He's taken him deep once. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Outside for a ball, 1-1. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, set to lead off the home half of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run for Brian McCann. First home run of the campaign for him as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run.
In now, Aaron Hicks.
And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field.
But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And it's gone. So a solo shot here for David Wright. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started, but to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Into the box, Justin Verlander. Here's a pop-up now. Bauer with a little do-it-yourself play, and there are 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping in is the shortstop, Jose Reyes. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Pulled toward right center field.
Chasing after it is Pilar.
He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We played 2 full. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the third inning in this one. Standing in, Adolfo Castro. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. And he struck him out.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. And that one just missed outside. Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Standing in, Trevor Bauer. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
A slider that just grabs the outside corner. And he fouls this one off. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Next for the Mets, Ian Kinsler. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Rounded down the third baseline. Prado was there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 99.
Ready for another chance? Aaron Judge hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to left field.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Giancarlo Stanton. A base hit in his first trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Met fields it cleanly. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. They lead it. Digging in, Kevin Pillar. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Late that time for a strike.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little early.
A ball and 2 strikes.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in, and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
First pitch on its way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Votto behind, but still dangerous even on 0-2.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
And he misses there. 1-2.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Hot shot down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Nothing doing. Here's Albert now. He was cut down at second, attempting to stretch a base hit his first time through. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Ranging back is Pilar. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Here's the catcher, Ryan McCann.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Mascara is right there, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 33.
Riding in once again, Aaron Hicks. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Bauer into his motion. First pitch on its way. This is in the air out to right. Bonifacio's on his horse. He makes the catch. What a play on the run. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Brian Mascara. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Verlander ready with another 0-2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 0-2 the count to Benintendi.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and settling in now, David Wright. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Hey, Matty, an interesting sequence in that last at-bat when he hit a home run. First pitch breaking ball when he hit that towering long drive home run. We'll see if they attack him more with fastballs in this at-bat.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Next, it'll be the pitcher, Justin Verlander. He topped out in his first trip. Hit out towards second. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's there, and he's out.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get enough on the throw to get him out at first.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes, taken high and deep to right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they lead it 3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adolfo Castro comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Tried to hold up there, but the appeal goes down to Rusty Valentine at first, and Rusty ain't convinced, so that's strike 1. Oh, and they still have no answer for him up there. 6 straight punch-outs now, and there's one away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Sandy Leon will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. So add 1. Jesse Hahn enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 32.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Lifetime against Jesse Hahn. He's gone 3 for 8. And that's in there for strike 1. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Here it comes. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Pilar moving in. And that's the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here's big Aaron Judge. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Into the second deck and gone. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Giancarlo Stanton now, as he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a one-out double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Throw gets him 2 down. Brian McCann will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning. As we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And he will get him at first on a fine spin and throw from short right, and that ends the inning. But the Mets are able to tack on one. Leading off the inning, Kevin Pillar. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Popped him up. McCann has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Martin Prado now 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Behind 0-2 now. Ready with the 0-2. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and will do it again. Verlander still nothing earned through 6 1/3. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
Joey Votto is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1.
This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. They trail here 4-0. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. He's lined out and flied out in 2 plate appearances.
Aaron Hicks.
Here comes the first pitch. 0-1 the count. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back to him on the mound. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Now at the plate, Justin Verlander. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Now at the plate, Jose Reyes. He flew out in his last at-bat. On sets, here's the first pitch. He pulls this one into right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Right rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate as they extend the lead to 5-zip.
Yeah, you want to applaud the effort as he sells out for it, but the smarter move would have been to take a deeper angle and cut the ball off. He does that, and the runner probably doesn't score from first. On the flip side, great piece of hitting right there.
Stepping in now, Ian Kinsler. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the third out. Mets pick up a run on the RBI triple. We'll march on to the 8th, and the lead is now 5-0. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Brian Mascara. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how the starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Looking to send him packing again. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Standing in now, Andrew Benintendi. Verlander jumps ahead of him here with strike 1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Pop straight up. Stanton coming on. Base hit. And the perfect game comes to an end here in the 8th. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So these fans will not get to see history here after all as the no-hit bid ends right here with 1 out in the 8th.
Matty V, so close, but yet so far. You get into the 8th inning, D-Row. You get that first out. You're starting to think to yourself, this might be the night I finish it off.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you wait until this long, or does it start creeping in around the 6th inning?
It starts creeping in right around the 6th. You look up that, you see zeros on that scoreboard. You know you're doing something special.
Yeah, and from an offensive standpoint, you start letting it creep in right around that same time, and you're telling yourself and the boys, we have to find a way to get a knock.
At the plate, Adolfo Castro, runner in scoring position with 2 guns. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Cards leave 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Digging in and looking for more, Aaron Judge. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
I'm shocked this pitcher keeps trying to attack the zone with them being so aggressive early in the count. You wonder if he wouldn't be served a little better, just kind of nibbling for a little bit early and then pound in the zone late.
Down the third baseline. Judge gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Now batting.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Here's Albert now.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set and the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Benintendi in pursuit.
2 gone. Striding in, Brian McCann. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First pitch on its way. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A 2-run home run for Brian McCann. His second home run of the game as this lead swells to 7-0. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
Yeah, you're watching this pitcher. He's just not executing on both sides. They're missing over the...
And the third baseman makes the play. That ends the inning. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this. So digging in now, Nick Ahmed starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
2-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2.